Everyone, we are with the very good looking cast of Aksar 2. We have with us today Gautam Rode, Zareen Khan, and Abhinav Shukla. The promo and the songs have already gone viral and have become chartbusters. While Aksar still remains one of the most iconic love triangles till date, Aksar 2 looks promising already. So let's start and kickstart our conversation with the three actors. Hello Gautam,
Hi.
Zareen, and Abhinav.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good, yeah.
Perfect.
Great.
I've been seeing your Instagram handles and other social profiles which are lit with Aksar 2 promotions. So you guys love it or find it taxing?
At times it's fun, at times it's really taxing because for promotions, you have to keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. So I think by the end of the day, it becomes a little taxing.
Yeah, some interviews are real fun, something you gotta just repeat yourself like she said. Again and again the same thing, but that's our job, so we'll promote it. Yes.
Shooting and acting in front of camera is fun. This is a part of job. It's more of a compulsion.
So this question is for all three of them. You. How did Aksar 2 came your way? Were there look tests and auditions involved?
For me, I was just shooting for my last show, and I got a call from Mr. Anand Mahadevan. He called me to the office. I met the producers. They narrated the script to me, told me about my character. They gave me a bound script. I read it. I really liked it, and I haven't played a character like this before, so that's why I decided to pick it up. Yeah.
I got a call from Varun Bajaj, who's one of the producers, and they told me that they're planning to make Aksar 2, and I should come down to their office and take a narration from Anand sir. And when I heard the script, the story of the film was amazing. I was completely blown away, and after a very long time, I was getting this opportunity to play a solo female lead in a film. So I was very excited, and that is how Aksar happened to me.
For me, whenever I plan to go out of this city, there are always calls which are made. Ki we are coming up with something new. Please come and meet us. So similarly, I was on a trek actually from Chandratal to Barlachla when I was called for this film. So I told them I'll see you after 10 days because there is no network. So when I came back, there were messages, there were calls. So that was the first time when I came and meet Anand sir. And the common thread was that Anand sir had worked with Mr. Kamal Sadana long ago, and I did Kamal sir's film called Roar, Tigers of Sundarban. So that's how he knew that that's Abhinav who played Pandit in Roar. So that was a common thread, and then they called me, and things fell in place.
Interesting. So Gautam and Abhinav, both of you have been eminent faces of the TV industry and now films. So how different are the two fields except from the heavy schedules which when you guys shoot for TV?
Yeah, it's totally different. Like on television, everything is spontaneous. Everything just happens to you. As you go to the set, you get the script in hand there and then. And be it films, you're given a script 1.5 months prior. You work on the script and you have your little workshops, and then you go on the set. So the whole medium is totally different in terms of shooting. Otherwise, for us as actors, it's the same. As in we are acting there, we are acting here. So
Just that there's no signing amount in television.
Yeah.
In films, we do have.
but
And the payment comes after 3 months.
but,
On television.
but the check
In
is heavy.
film, it
But the
might
check
come,
is
it might
heavy.
not come. The check
Yeah.
is heavy.
But television, the check is heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, different.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot of time in film to prepare for your character. Suppose if it demands something special, like you have to put on weight, you have to become more muscular, less muscular, you have to become whatever. You're doing the role in which you're
you
playing a
get that.
boxer. You have time to prepare for it. In television, it is like you get casted today, tomorrow, sir, kal subah 7 baje film city. So that's the difference.
Okay. So after Hate Story 3, Aksar 2 also stars two actors opposite you, and it lies in the same thriller romance genre of
Yes.
films. So, like, is your choice by this movie?
No, it's not. It's not a conscious effort. It's not a conscious choice to choose these kind of movies, After Hate Story 3, I got a lot of appreciation, and I think that was one of the reasons that, Aksar also came my way because it is also a thriller, though it is not an erotic thriller. It is a love story, but it is a thriller. And no, I am not romancing two people in this movie. I'm only romancing him in this movie. And what I'm doing with him, you have to go to the theaters to watch Aksar 2 on 6th of October.
And what has been the most amazing or the funny memory while you guys were shooting for Aksar 2?
Funny memory. My shoes got stolen. Yeah.
वो तो हमारे लिए funny था.
Actually सबके लिए funny है.
आपके लिए तो
इसके तो बहुत ट्रॉमेटिक था बेचारा
Inconvenience.
मॉरिशस में जूते चोरी हो गए मंदिर के बाहर से
वो पहली बार हुआ था.
And then he went to the mall to buy new shoes.
Yeah.
That's the highlight.
और
तो
वहाँ
मॉल ही रहेगा ना वो
नंगे
थोड़ी
पाँव,
दूसरे के
नंगे
जूते
पाँव।
चोरी करके पहन के जाएगा
मैं होता तो मैं किसी की चप्पल डाल के आ जाता. वहाँ पे 20 रुपए रख देता, नहीं ले लेना भाई.
so, yeah.
And like as actors, what was the most challenging parts you guys faced while you were shooting for the film? Something which took retakes or you guys had any issues?
Okay. बोलते हैं अपना रीटेक का बता दे चल. ये बताएगा बहुत
See,
कमाल कह रहा
I'm
है.
not a very Bollywood romantic guy in a typical fashion. So for me, there were two songs, जिनके lyrics were given to me last minute, and I had to memorize the lines. I have to lip sync, and I have to romance Zareen. And the whole shoot is happening outdoors in the blazing sun of Mauritius. The sun is intense, and there's a guy who's carrying a 50 kg steady cam on his back, and he's just going around and around, and there are a lot of retakes for something or the other reason. So at that time you can feel a little pressured, and for me the biggest challenge was syncing the lyrics, because the song was being shot in high speed, because they wanted to make it a slow, the video has to be slow motion, but when the song is being shot at high speed you have to sync the lyrics at twice the speed. So jana ve mohabbat karte rehna ve became jana ve mohabbat karte rehna ve.
Yeah.
So for me that was a challenge. That was the challenge.
Okay. And you guys?
For me I would say when we were shooting Janawe, it was on the beach in Mauritius and it was very hot, and we were shooting in this blazing sun, and we had to be in the water the whole day. Our skin was literally burnt. Like when we got back to our hotels, we realized like the whole skin was burnt so much so that even if I touched my own skin like that, it was hurting and it was so painful. But on camera, when you see the song, you have to look all beautiful and you can't show that you're in pain and all of that. So I think it was a challenge to shoot that, but at the end, the results are great. So it's good.
Yeah.
Surely.
अच्छा मेरा यार I don't know, I can't pinpoint on something. Yeah, one situation was little tricky because the scenes that I had to feel tipsy, I had to be a little drunk. I actually drank for the first time in a way. So I drank half a bottle of wine, and the scenes went
Great.
Yeah.
He got the real
After
feel
that,
of the
yeah,
scene.
he has no clue what happened.
Yeah.
They
But I
just
performed.
he
But I
just packed
performed.
up at 10 in the night. He's got no clue.
But yeah, that was one incident that happened with me. That was a little tricky. Yeah.
What according to you guys is the USP of the film, and do you think there would be something in the film which people would want to take back home after watching this?
It's an entertainer, yeah. It's a complete entertainer. It's a suspense thriller. It's an intense mind game, and you guys can.
I think the number one USP is the brand Aksar, which is already a very popular brand. And second USP is that the script,
Yeah.
the
Very
story
strong.
is interesting. And third USP is sitting right here.
So how similar are you guys with your characters in Aksar?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm a little impulsive, which Ricky is.
Okay.
So that is a similarity. Otherwise, there's
Not
no
at all,
similarity.
no.
Ricky inherits a lot of wealth. I don't.
ये कैच था ये मैं पकड़ा रही मैं
How was the equation of the set among you three? Did you guys hit off in a minute or did it took time to gel?
we were all okay, I believe.
Yeah, I think
It
we
didn't
all
take
clicked.
time. We all clicked in a way, as in like when we met on the set for the first time. Actually, they also met on the set
Yeah,
only
yeah.
for the first time. And that actually happened with, as in, and the very first day we had some intense scenes, me and Zareen together, and it went well.
Yeah.
As in, there was no inhibitions or there was no awkwardness between us as actors, so it went pretty well. Yeah.
Okay. So talking about inhibitions, what are your biggest fears as actors or inhibitions as actors? Nudity or
See, nudity, only a certain amount is allowed. Like,
Yeah.
even if you go completely nude, you can't show that on screen. So,
True.
there is no question that nudity or not nudity because you can only show a certain amount on screen. And as actors, I don't think one should have any inhibitions because our job is to act. And if we are getting something very interesting to do, then I think we should go all out and do it. And we shouldn't do things just for the heck of it.
you both?
It all depends how it's shot here. It all, like she said about nudity or other scenes or lovemaking scenes, it all depends how well it's shot aesthetically, and it should be beautiful. It shouldn't look vulgar. It shouldn't look like that you're in a jungle and doing something at the same time. But it all depends who the maker is,
Like,
how
it'll be
they're
very
filming the
interesting.
song. So yeah, something on those lines.
I don't have inhibitions. I mean, work is work. And a lot of people have asked me regarding this, like, you have bold scenes. What is your take on it? I say we have a kissing scene. There's no bold scene. And secondly, if I'm supposed to do a film in which I'm beating a female, I'm molesting her, I'm treating her badly, I would be in a bigger, what do you call,
Dilemma.
yeah, in a problem. I would be like thinking, like, what message would I give it to my fans or to the audience? But kissing, I mean, when you have, when you're playing a boyfriend to a girlfriend on screen, I mean, what is the big deal about it? So for me, there's no inhibition. An actor has to do a job just like a gynecologist or a cosmetologist or a dentist is doing his job. So we do our jobs. The idea is the film should at least give a message. It should entertain, or it should be in good faith. That's it.
Okay. Abhinav, you are an adventure junkie. So
Thank you.
did you give some time to that while you were shooting for Aksar?
Oh, there was no time. Seriously, there was no time. The only I remember fun
Of course
I
you
had
did.
was
You went for that one walk where there were dogs behind you.
yeah. That was that wasn't adventure. That was misadventure. I just went out. I went for a jog. So I just ventured into a lane and there were a lot of dogs. Like they started chasing me. So I used like stopped and I go like hey, and then they were not letting go off and they were just following me. The other time one local guy came and he's like hey, something happened and they just went away.
Adventure gone wrong.
Yeah. I mean.
So let's now elevate the fun questions a bit, and I'll ask you some quick fire questions for which I want you guys to be really quick. Okay, works. So I'll start, and it is more of a Bollywood quiz. And like, if you know the answer, someone make a noise or raise your hand.
Oh,
or just
okay.
not like that. Okay.
Okay.
What do we get? In return
off
if we win?
camera, I'll tell you. So first question.
हाँ.
Salman Khan's first film.
बीवी हो तो ऐसी.
Wow.
3 movies where the romantic leads die in the climax scene.
क्लाइमेक्सिंग एक तुझे के लिए
इशक ज़ादे. कयामत से कयामत तक.
lovely हो गया 3
I'm gonna be
But I
totally
don't know
dull.
who
I won. I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
two
she
names.
said two.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fail this. I'm telling you.
The first actress who won the Best Actress in a Negative Role award, Filmfare Award, or any award.
That I don't know.
No idea.
Kajol? Good.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
वाह जी मतलब
3 SRK movies where his name is Rahul.
राहुल नाम.
कुछ
दिल
कुछ
तो
होता है.
पागल है.
And दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे.
That's large.
राज आइला और क्या
दिल तो पागल है. कुछ कुछ होता है. और
ओके कभी अलविदा ना है ना वो भी राज वो राहुल क्या है उसमें
He's Dave,
उसमें देव
कभी हाँ कभी ना.
I guess. But yeah, I'll give it to you.
कुछ तो ऐसा पूछ लो तो मुझे भी आता हो.
The star cast of Aksar, the first movie, the 3 main leads.
Dino,
Dino, Imran.
Udita and Imran.
Udita.
Yeah, okay. Shahenshah, like, is one of the most iconic movies of Bollywood. Who wrote the original story of the film?
the original story of the film
That I don't know.
Okay. Jaya Bachchan wrote it.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. Aishwarya Rai Bachchan was crowned the Miss World title in which year?
94.
Exactly. Bingo. For which film Anil Kapoor shaved off his moustache?
Lamhe.
True.
मैंने बोला
The name of the dog in Hum Aapke Hain Kaun?
Moti. Tommy. Fluffy.
Buzo,
Fluffy.
Buzo, Fluffy.
Fluffy.
No.
तेरे को
Like
बताओ
similar.
मैं बता
Tuffy.
Tuffy.
ऐसा ही होना था कुछ पता ही था ऐसा ही होगा.
Tuffy. हो गया.
So
अच्छा एक मिनट, who invented the light bulb?
Edison, Thomas Edison.
Who's the Prime Minister of India?
Narendra
अरे
Modi.
वाह मेरे शेर.
So complete these iconic film dialogues. सारा शहर मुझे,
Lion के नाम से जानता
है.
आप पुरुष ही नहीं,
महापुरुष.
महापुरुष है.
राहुल डैश. कुछ कुछ.
राहुल नाम तो सुना
सुना
होगा.
होगा. Okay.
I don't like jokes.
I don't like you.
This is from कल होना हो. 3 दिन.
लड़की in.
Yeah.
वाह. जी तू तो encyclopedia है यार.
I guess she has one.
Mayapuri.
already. She has one already.
You
Last
Mayapuri?
question. What was Amir Khan's name in Rangila?
Munna.
मुन्ना.
Yes. The winner is undisputed. Please.
Yeah.
तुमने इनको पढ़ाया तो नहीं ना पहले?
बिल्कुल नहीं. Okay, last but not the least, I want you all to give a message to your fans and why they must go watch Aksar 2 in a theater.
Why not? All my fans, all Zareen's fans, all Gautam's fans, please go and watch Aksar 2 on 6th of October.
For us.
Because, yeah, for us.
It's a good film. Please watch it.
Thank you guys for being such a sport. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
And my prize.
Prize.
Off camera.
Off करो camera.